Good to see you, beautiful people. I'll give you all a few minutes to jump in the room because I'm pretty sure YouTube didn't send out no notification for this video. I was just grabbing me some lunch. So as you come in, like the video so I know you're here and I'm not talking to myself, okay? Because then I feel a little weird just talking to myself. Okay, I see a like on the video, so some of y'all must be coming in. Welcome, welcome. It's awful bright out here. My eyes look really blue today. Like the devil, okay? You blue-eyed devil. Dolly, watching from Georgia. Hey, Dolly. I'm here, Dolly. Good afternoon. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. I just got back from Mod Pizza. It's like a cracker pizza. It's really thin. I don't know if you have them where you live, but you go in and you make your own pizza, and they cook it on like a fire stove, but it's really, really thin, like a cracker. And I have to say, it was pretty. I had chicken and broccoli on my pizza with a little bit of onions and a little bit of hot red peppers, and it was really, really good. So, and now I'm drinking some berry lemonade. But when I got up this morning, PJ had sent me a video of a leaked phone call between the Proudfoots and a PI that apparently has been hired by the Rogers. And of course, later tonight, I'm going to play that call and go over that call and stuff like that. Now, in that call, this PI lady is super, super unprofessional. I don't know where Steph gets his PIs at, but just pure garbage of how she spoke with the Proudfoots. Now, listen, I'm suspicious of the Proudfoots myself, a little bit. But there's a level of respect and professionalism that you have to keep in this type of business, you know. And I don't know what's going on with Seth. You know, Seth, he gets these PIs that are volunteer, and he says he's paying them, but you know good damn and well he ain't paying anybody. Just like he never paid the last, what was it, Heather and Chloe? He never paid them, and they were good people, like generally nice women that had Seth's best interests at heart, and he fired people he wasn't paying. And I was always like, well, how the hell do you fire somebody that you ain't paying? That don't even make good damn sense to me, because they just helping you. They're not working for you. He was treating these women like they were employees. And I'm thinking, dude, they're looking out for you. They're trying to help you, and you are basically just shitting on these women. And he just don't have good people skills, is what I believe, in my opinion. Let me give my warnings, because usually when I talk about people, they're not usually lawsuit happy. But some of these people in the Sebastian Rogers case are lawsuit happy. So I want to, you know, just give my warnings just to protect myself, just in case. Dolly Vision's for entertainment purposes only. We talk news, rumors, gossip, speculation, theories, mixed with a little bit of comedy and a whole lot of chaos. Don't take nothing here as fact. It's just my opinion. Completely satire. We're not taking calls because I'm in my damn car. And everyone's innocent, proven guilty. Chris, Katie, Seth Rogers, TikTok Tony, okay? All these people are innocent to proven guilty. And the biggest one of them all, of course, don't try to be Dolly at home, all right? Unless you're just trying to be too damn cool for school, then I guess I'll let you slide, right? Then I'll let you slide. If you need to be cool, be like Dolly. If not, don't do it, okay? Don't do it. So basically, Katie was on the phone with this PI and, you know, bitching about her trespassing on their property. going up, taking pictures of the house and videotaping. Now, my thing about this is, at this point, you're a little late to the dance. Okay, I mean, you're just a little bit late to the dance. Dolly been done that, droned over that. It don't do no good. But what I was doing was not so much looking at the house, because you can get up on Zillow and see the house. There's a million pictures of the house online. I was just trying to get an aerial view of what you could see from above Sebastian's house, droning, and then of course the neighbors were getting pissed off. And one thing I agree with the PI on is, when you're searching for a missing kid, you shouldn't get mad at people. You should be thankful that people are out here trying to help, if they're the right people. Now, is this woman the right person? I think this is another clout chasing ass, dog the bounty hunter person. Self aligns itself with the worst people ever. Like, oh my God, dude. Like, he made this whole case a damn circus. I mean, to where nobody basically talks about Sebastian Rogers anymore. Every big YouTuber ran from it like it was the plague, like he was going to catch the zombie virus from it. And there's no evidence out there of what happened to Sebastian Rogers. There's no evidence that Chris and Katie hurt Sebastian Rogers. So we really don't have much to go off of. Now, listen, just like everybody on the internet, I suspect them too. I think Katie knows something, but that's just opinion. That's just opinion. That's my opinion, right? That don't mean she does. That don't mean she's a killer. That don't mean anything. It just means I don't believe everything that they're saying. So, Katie went on about Seth making $50,000, and I think this really drove a wedge in between the family. Listen, money is the root of all evil. Okay, money will tear people apart. They will make best friends enemies, and we know this. Usually, when something goes wrong and people get mad at each other, it's usually 90% of the time behind money. And Seth raised all this money and didn't put none of that money towards helping Sebastian. Katie said something that I thought was a little crazy. She said, well, I don't have to get up here and brag about what I've done searching for my kid. And you know what? Technically, she's 100% right. The scary thing is, what if she hasn't done that? You can say something, right? And this is PJ's big on this, is you can say something, but actions speak louder than words. Just because we don't see her not doing anything, don't mean that she's not doing anything. Just in the public eye, it appears she has done nothing. And it may be the case she has done nothing, right? Because that's what kind of I lean towards. I don't know, right? But she's saying differently. But I would like to see those actions take place, that they are out there searching for Sebastian. It's never too late, right? It's never too late to put a search party together and go out there and look for this little boy. Katie today hinted that she believes there may be some trafficking involved in the disappearance of Sebastian, because all these people are saying this. Okay? Let me tell you this. There's a lot of idiots in this world. A lot of idiots. That boy, I do not believe, has been sex trafficked. How would they have knew he was going to get out of the house? He was barefoot. He didn't have a jacket. He had to be upset about something to leave that home, if he left that home. Because if he didn't leave the home, that means Katie does have something to do with it. And I believe if Katie did do something, Chris would have knowledge of that. Now, Chris has been real demanding that Katie will not talk to anybody by herself. Okay? Sometimes it seems like in this interview, it seems like Katie wants to talk, but Chris won't allow it, right? He's real protective. He's real controlling over Katie. And that may be understandable. He may love his wife, and anybody that loves their partner, they're going to be protective. They're going to be making sure that nobody tries to manipulate the situation, or he thinks Katie may slip up and say something. So to me, it's always been a double-edged sword, right? But I always like to let people know that, you know, just because we think they done it, don't mean they actually done it. You're not guilty in this world until you're proven guilty in a court of law. So right now, we got to presume that these people are innocent, right? Until we have something rock solid that proves that they're guilty. Now, one thing I have to respect Chris and Katie for in this is they never came out and tried to make $1 off of Sebastian. They even talked about it in the beginning that was important, that the police told him, hey, if you do this, people are going to think you have something to do with the disappearance. As soon as you make $1 off your child, they're going to believe you had something to do with this. So they all agreed. Chris, Katie, Seth. There was no fighting. There was no circus. They all agreed to this in front of the police, that they weren't going to do this. And the next day, Seth Rogers had a GoFundMe. He was posting his Cash App, trying to pay his bills off the back of Sebastian Rogers missing. Now, I said this, and Katie said this in the phone call. It hadn't been 72 hours yet. How did he know that he was going to need all this money and that Sebastian wasn't coming home? To me, just like Katie said, that is a little bit suspicious. A little bit. Dolly, did you see the latest video? Latest video of what? His sister did the GoFundMe. Yeah, because he didn't want it in his name because he was trying to get disability. Seth has a little bit of shit with him. I'm here to tell you. Did he have anything to do with the disappearance of his son? I don't think so. Is Seth an opportunist? Absolutely. Is Seth a good guy? Nope. Not even close. If you ask me what type of person Seth Rogers was, in just my opinion, I would say he's an opportunist. He hangs with lowlifes, and he prefers to do that. And you got to remember, this man knows more bad people than anybody because he's a correctional officer. So he's around bad people all the time. So, but I still at times feel sorry for Seth, right? And then there's just times that I'm pretty disgusted with him. The whole lawsuits and the faking the search for your child, doing things because it's on camera, being different when the camera's on and when the camera's off. He made it hard to like him. And this is from a person that was touched, you know, when Seth was out there in the beginning, I thought he was a real dude and he was really going to do anything to find his child. I truly did believe that. And as things played out, I realized that he didn't want to help a good people. He wanted to surround himself by bad people, and this was more of a show than it was really about finding Sebastian Rogers. And still to this day, I believe that's how he operates, that this is all show, and nobody's really trying to find this kid. If they were, they would be putting search parties together, just like Elijah View's family, just like so many other families that get out there and search every weekend and put search parties together for their missing loved ones. And we don't see this in the Sebastian Rogers case. It's pretty, the way this case played out is pretty disgusting. We had families that should have worked together to bring justice for this little boy home. And that didn't happen because of greed and because of money. It's sad to see that could draw a rift, because the most important thing ain't the the GoFundMe or the Cash Apps. It's finding Sebastian Rogers. Now listen, if you was raising money to put a search party together for this little boy, and you was going to get out there searching, and you needed drones, or you needed radar for the boat, or if you needed anything, food, I would donate my personal money to that. Me, myself, I would even donate to that because I think, hey, you know what? That's a good cause. Get out there and search for this boy because I'm a strong believer in you don't find nothing you're not looking for. And I know this. Seth will watch this video. I know Chris and Katie will watch this video. And I encourage these people, listen, I don't hate you, right? Matter of fact, for the most part, I don't even know you. But I'm watching. And it's never too late to get out there and search for this kid. And I encourage these people to do that. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Actions speak louder than words. And people are like, well, it's been 2 years. What's the point of searching? Because, listen, Sebastian Rogers is not alive out there anywhere, people. He's not. Sad as I hate to say that, but I'm a realist in this world. This little boy is not with us anymore for whatever reason, I don't know. And if somebody is responsible for it, I hope to God that they pay for whatever they done, whoever that person is. But to give up and not do anything, you right now, these people are neglecting their child. It don't matter if the child is alive or dead. At this point, you're neglecting the child by not doing these things. I heard Katie say, well, he's not within a 5-mile radius of his house. Every stone, everything's been overturned. Well, guess what, Katie? Let's make sure that's 10 miles from the house he's not. He could be 6 miles from the house. You know, I hear you say you're right. You're probably right, Katie. He's not 5 miles from the house. He could be 10 miles from the house. He could be 15 miles from the house. Dolly looks great. Thank you. Thank you. But the point is we don't give up. We don't quit. And that's one thing I can say about me. I've never been a quitter on these cases or the kids that I cover, or anything. Because to me, it's all the thing that matters is these children are found and justice is brought to whoever done what to who, right? And if you innocent, then a lot of people are going to owe you an apology. But I say people judge people by their actions. Everybody else does. And I know it's wrong to judge people, but it's human nature, and everybody does it. Everybody does. The most important thing out of all this is not the back and forth of, hate channels and other channels or sleuths, armchair detectives, private investigators, law enforcement. It all really should be focused on one thing, and that's finding Sebastian Rogers. Now, if people had a GoFundMe today, even if Chris and Katie put up a GoFundMe today and said, hey, I'm going to use this money to go search for Sebastian Rogers, I would donate to that cause today, even if it was Chris and Katie, okay? But I would want to see those actions take place. And I encourage Seth, if you're listening, get out there and put a search party together for your kid. Chris and Katie, get out there and put a search party for your kid. If you can't work together, then you know what? Then there's 2 teams of people searching for Sebastian Rogers. But you know what we got right now? We got no teams of people searching for Sebastian Rogers. We got fake intelligence agencies. We got fake PIs that are super unprofessional. When I think private investigator, I think the whole first word is private. These are unprivate investigators. Unprivate investigators. You're no different than a YouTuber. You're no different than an armchair sleuth, armchair detective, whatever you want to call it. What Dolly does, you're no different than me. The only difference is the way you act. The way you act. And to me, that's how I judge people on. Like even your SFs and this new lady that's involved. All of these people want some attention. That's it. Do they really give 2 shits? Where were they in the beginning? He was late to the dance. FS, there must have been something bigger on the news, and he wasn't even involved. These people come into the party so late that at some point you got to lock the door to the party and be like, listen, we ain't letting nobody else in. We got enough clowns in here running the show, right? So I say, you know, all this noise that's being made is not bringing Sebastian Rogers home. The only thing that's going to happen is, what are we going to have to wait 10 years till a hiker or somebody out on a four-wheeler or somebody walking through the woods stumbles across some bones? And then they turn that in, and then them bones get identified as Sebastian Rogers. Is that what we're waiting for? Because, you know, that could take a really long time. Like, we could be here for 20 years waiting for that. And, you know, as long as Sebastian has been gone, you know, February 26th will be 2 years. Your body breaks down in a matter of weeks. So within 2 weeks, there's nothing left of you but bones. And then animals are going to scatter those bones. Some animals will chew on the bones, eat bones, and they're probably just a little bit pieces of scattered remains all over the woods somewhere. Sad as that is, heartbreaking as that is, most likely that is the truth of what is going on right now. And we have to accept what is, as this is what's happening. And we have to find this boy to give him the proper funeral that he deserves. And I think if we find him, it'll be telling. If somebody did do something to him, or if he died of natural causes, or he froze to death out there in the cold with no shoes and no jacket on. But there was something that these people know, I believe, in my opinion, that Chris, Katie, and Seth, that they know that they're still not telling us, for him to want to run away. It could have been just as much as these people were trying to put him in a home. Okay, I got to get ready to pull off. I got to take my kid to get a battery, but I'm going to keep talking to you as we go. Boom. All right. Sounds good, don't it? So, hopefully, people will continue to put these searches together. Like, I don't get it, like, with Seth hiring people as private investigators. We're back. You know, I think some of these people should have took efforts into getting out there and putting search parties together. I don't believe that's too late. And if, you know, like Katie said, if she believes it's not within 5 miles of the house, well, let's start the search party 5 miles away from the house. Let me tell you this. An average person walks a mile in 20 minutes. Okay? Let's just say he walked for 2 hours that night. He would be 10 miles outside of the house. That's if he just walked for a couple hours. He'd be a lot farther away than 5 miles. Oh, let me put my seatbelt on. So, people basically gave up on the search, or they put together a bunch of fake searches. And, you know, Seth couldn't search because of his arm. I don't think you need an arm to search. I think you need 2 legs. 2 legs would be enough to help you search. 2 legs and 2 eyeballs, and you can search for this child. You know, and then to turn around and sue people, and then come out in your court papers and say, well, I searched my child 4 times. That's it? And one of them was staged. The one with JLR was a staged search. He drove an hour away from the home and went to a place a psychic told him to search. And then basically telling JR, make sure you get this, make sure you get that. Knowing good and well, he wasn't going to find that kid at some state park. He didn't just go out into no random woods and search for the kid.
He went to a state park hours from the kid's home. That is show. And then you seen, of course, when TikTok Tony and all these people came in. And one thing I have to say is Katie and Chris have been more private, but I think that's bad too. There has to be a happy medium where, listen, guys, we will put the searches together. We'll be accessible to you. But when we're not doing this, we don't want to be bothered. Like, we don't want you, messing with us. But I think they need a happy medium to where, hey, we are accessible to answer questions. Chris always told me, hey, if you have any questions, hit me up, be respectful, I'll answer those questions. Well, Chris has reached out to me, but I was busy and didn't talk to Chris. When I did question, I reached out to Chris, and he didn't respond to my questions. I need to get over it. So, he says he's accessible to answer these questions from you if you're truly genuinely trying to help. But yet he didn't reply back to this. And this had stuff to do with the searching of the house, searching of the phones, just basic questions, because a lot of rumors have been going around. And listen, I ain't always seen eye to eye with Chris and Katie, and I probably never exactly will. We'll probably never be on the same exact page unless, Sebastian turns up and we find out what happened. Because there'll always be a little bit of doubt in my mind and a little bit of speculation. But you got to remember, that's what that is just doubt and speculation. Like, I think Chris's alibi is really a solid alibi. Any good police officer could check his alibi and see if it's true or not. And I have enough faith in Hendersonville police, that they checked that type of stuff, right? I don't think the police are that stupid. I mean, sometimes the police are dumb, but I don't think they're quite that dumb. So, could Katie know more because she was there? I absolutely agree. And that may be the reason why he don't want Katie to say anything. But, in that interview with the PI, they said they've been getting threats. That they have been getting threats. And I was thinking to myself, who is threatening Chris and Katie? But then I thought about it. I was like, you're right. You got like Dog the Bounty Hunter threatening to kick in their door and make citizens arrest like he's the police without zero proof or any evidence that these people did anything. Even though we think they did, but there's zero proof that they did. Like, if you arrested them right now, they would never be convicted in a court of law. Never. There's no evidence that they did anything. So what do you prosecute them on? There was no crime scene. There's no evidence. On their behavior. But that's a hard sell. Like, yeah, would I have done these things? No, I wouldn't. I would have acted differently. But then again, that's hypothetical because I've never been put in a situation like they have. And, even in this interview, Chris says, people think it should be a certain way, but you don't know until you lose a kid. So I think people, and I tell people this, until you done what I do, don't speak on me. And I guess that falls under what Chris is saying is, until you've been in my situation, don't speak on the situation because you don't know the situation. So anybody that should have the right to speak are people that have been missing a child. For me to go, okay, you're not acting right. Well, I don't have a missing child. Now, if Brandy Neal or somebody said, hey, they're not acting right, then she has that right because she is the mother of a missing child. So those opinions are whose opinions hold weight and everybody else's shit don't, right? I mean, it's true. It's actually true what he's saying. And it just depends how you look at things. Should they have done better? Absolutely. Is it too late for all these people to do better? Okay, I'm back. My phone overheated. So I had to cut my AC on. I guess since I was charging the battery, it overheated. So a lot of you guys left. Okay, well, I was just getting to the good part. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. Let me set this back up here. Well, it's cold outside. I guess it was just hot in my car because I was sitting in the sun and I have the windows open. I mean, up. But I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to finish what I was saying. And then I'm going to get out of here. And of course, tonight I'll be back to play the call with you guys, go over the case, all that stuff. Okay, people coming back in now. Okay, good to see you guys. At least y'all didn't completely abandon me. Let me roll my windows down so my stuff don't overheat. Alright, so like I was saying, it's never too late to get out there and search for these kids. Thank you for sharing, Dolly. So if y'all haven't seen listened to the phone call yet, I will play the phone call later for everybody today. And Chris and Katie, believe it or not, told the PI that they would speak with her. You know what I would have told that PI? To fuck off. Right? I wouldn't deal with nothing to do with that. And these fake investigators, these fake intelligence agencies. Brad said Sebastian is long gone. It's sad, Brad. But you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. And I wouldn't deal with any of these people that just want attention, that come out of nowhere, we've never heard of, and they're just trying to be relevant. We've seen that in the Ashley Buzzard case with the process server. So I mean, when somebody comes out of nowhere, you got to treat them like who they are, a nobody, because that's what that PI is a nobody. And if Seth is paying somebody, I would be amazed. Okay, May, thank you for keeping Sebastian in the public eye. Thank you, May. I do what I can for all these kids, not just Sebastian. Right? Sebastian's only one piece of the big puzzle. All these kids matter. None of these kids should be forgotten, and it shouldn't be turned into a circus. And for some reason, a lot of times when the internet gets involved, it does turn to an absolutely circus. And people start to fight about the wrong things. They argue with each other and they fight. But I think if you're true in your heart and your heart is good, we all want the same thing. We want Sebastian Rogers found. If Chris and Katie is innocent, can you imagine what they're going through? That's if. Now that's a big if. I'm gonna say that it's a big if. But if they are, which there is a small, I'm gonna say a small possibility that they are. Some people just are not as caring as others. Like if my kid went missing, yeah, I'm gonna be all over the place going nuts. Some people are just not as caring. You know, they say they care, but there's levels to it, you know? And some people just don't care as much. And And their statements are true. We don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. We don't know. That's the bad thing. And do they owe us an explanation? I would say, yeah, you do. Because we know it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village to find a child. All right? And we're all part of that village. And you owe us a little something. I ain't saying you owe us the world, but you owe us a little something. And I know this. This may have been a circus for the last almost 2 years. But that don't mean going into the third year it has to be a circus. Right? It can change at any day. Just like a person. You can be a bad person and wake up one day and go, you know what? I'm tired of being a shitty person. I want to be a good dude or good woman, whatever you are. A good dim day. Okay? It's 2025. You may wake up and want to be a good dim day. And you can change in a day. This whole case can change in one day if everybody decides, hey, let's put all the bullshit aside, all the crazy drama talk on the internet, and let's all work together to find what everybody wants, and that is Sebastian Rogers. And that could happen. Now, it would be a little bit of a miracle. It'd be a little bit of but it's Christmas. And what is Christmas known for? Christmas miracles, right? Christmas miracles. And, family, the holidays is basically all about family. That's why we have the holidays, to spend time with our loved ones. That's why you have off work, giving gifts and receiving gifts from your loved one. It's all about your loved ones at this time of the year. And we have people that they say they want to think the same things, but their actions speak different. And I told you, actions speak louder than words. So like I said, you can say you're doing these things, but give us something. Give us something. Right? Of course, people are going to say what they're saying. My hope going into the new year and this Christmas is these people will put aside some of the drama and really focus on searching for Sebastian Rogers. Right? Searching. That's the key word. People say, well, we're searching for Sebastian Rogers. No, you're not. You're not looking. You're not in the woods. You're not putting search parties together. You ain't out there droning. You're not searching. Like right now, Dolly, I'm not searching. I'm sitting in my damn car drinking a damn lemonade, right? I can't even say I'm searching. But if you ain't doing nothing, you ain't doing nothing at this moment. Have I searched for Sebastian? Yes, I have. If these people put search parties together, I don't care if Chris and Katie put a search party together. You know what I do? I go jump my ass on an airplane, fly down there, and even though I think they're suspicious, I would help them to all my capabilities. Same thing with Seth. I don't like Seth. I think he's an opportunist. I think he hangs with bad people. But would I put all that aside to go help find this kid with Seth? Absolutely, I would. I don't pick sides in this. The only side I'm on is Sebastian Rogers' side. And that's what everybody should be on. It should be about the kid. So many people have made this about them, they, right? That it ain't what it should be. And the focus is in all the wrong places. They spent a year fighting with Bullhorn Betty. That should have never happened. That should have never happened. And the more attention you give something, the more it's going to ramp up. And that's what happened with like Betty and stuff. Like the more they fought with her, the more she felt like she was involved, and it just escalated and escalated. But if they would have paid that woman no mind and focused on something different. But listen, we can't change the past. We can't change what already happened. But you know what we can change? What we do moving forward. And that's for Seth. That's for Katie. That's for Chris. Something has to change, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And I'm an idiot. And I know this. Okay? And I think some of these people are more intelligent than me, but they're doing shit that is dumb as hell. Even a dumb person can see it's dumb. Every now and then, you need to listen to an idiot, okay? That's all I'm saying. And that's my message for today. I got to take my kid and get her a battery for her car so she don't break down. I guess her battery is acting up really bad in her car. So I'm going to take her and get her a battery today. She should be here in just a few minutes. But you guys have been cool today. It's good to see everybody. And just before you go, I want to remind y'all that we have our Christmas Wish Fund in place, okay? I'm going to be donating to it. PJ's going to be donating to it. Some of you guys have already donated to it. But I just want to explain what it is real fast. I'm just trying to keep everybody in the loop. We've been raising money because we're going to buy a couple families Thanksgiving this year, all right? And my neighbor. We're going to be buying a couple families Thanksgiving this year. And we have a fund for that. We call it our Christmas Wish Fund. So about a week before Thanksgiving, we'll be picking the two families. We'll be buying their turkeys, their pies, their fixings from Walmart. We do it from Walmart because there's a Walmart everywhere. That's the good thing. And we'll have it delivered to these people's homes. And then at Christmas, we buy three families. We pick three families and we buy their Christmas off their wish list, okay? The kids, not the adults, but just the kids. And the way we do that is we raise these funds every year. And I've been doing this for 4 years now, for 4 years. So that's how we do it. We pick the three families, and then a week before Christmas, we buy their stuff on their Amazon wish list. That way it's at their house by Christmas, and the kids, when they wake up, they have Christmas presents to open. Now, if you want to donate to that, all right, to help us do these things, we have a Gibson Go link, and you can donate $5. You can donate $500, whatever you can afford. Listen, if you ain't got it, we completely understand. This ain't like you got to do it. But if you feel the need in your heart that you want to help some people this Thanksgiving and Christmas and you want to be a part of that, drop whatever you can in that Gibson Go. Now, if you're a family out there and you're struggling, we want you for Thanksgiving just to send us a letter and tell us what's going on. That's it. That's all you have to do is send us a letter. Now, we only picking 2 people this year, right? Usually we do 1 person, but this year we upping it. We're doing 2. And then next year I'm going to do 3 and so on. I'm going to try to up it every year. Just send us a letter. Now, if you're struggling at Christmas and you're a single mother and you got a kid or you got 2 kids, now if you got 37 kids, you need to stop having babies, right? But if you're just a single mother and you're struggling out there, or a single father, we've seen single fathers and helped fathers before. But I usually focus on single mothers. My battery's almost dead on my phone, guys. Shoot us the story of why you're struggling. Shoot us a picture of the kids you're trying to help. Whether it be your grandkids. Don't worry, it goes to PJ. She sees the kids. It ain't no weird stuff going on. And then make sure you already have a Christmas wish list for these kids already made. Send all that in one email. Don't send us the what's going on, then the picture of the kid, and then it has to be contained in the one email. What's going on, the picture, and the wish list. And we're going to pick 3 of them a week before Christmas, and we're going to buy you guys Christmas gifts for the 3 families that we pick. Okay, so that money you donate goes to that, and it goes to the Thanksgiving stuff that we're going to buy. If we have anything left over after the 3, then we will buy it for the 4th person, and so on, okay? And thank you for everybody over the last few years that have been taking part in this. So far, we've been able to help a lot of families over the last few years, and that's thanks to all you guys' hard work and dedication of just trying to put a smile on people's faces at Christmas. So I just want to share that with you guys, and that's it for today. I will see y'all later tonight for my true crime show. I just had a little time to kill while I was grabbing lunch and waiting for my kid, so I figured I would come up here, spend it with you guys. It's been wonderful. Stay blessed. Dolly loves you. Peace.